Assalamu alaikum and good evening to all of my online students. I hope all of you are at your best. So let's start today's lesson. So today we are going to talk about IELTS listening, and I'll be just sharing a few techniques and strategies with you, and we are going to check that what are the important things that we have to consider while doing our IELTS listening module. Let me tell you one thing at first, that when it comes to listening, IELTS listening module, this is the most easiest module of IELTS, where you can easily receive 8+ bands. Okay, so what is the requirement then? Your concentration and attention towards the test. Okay, so let's move towards our first slide. Let me share it with you for a moment. Let me share my slide with you first of all. Okay, so here we go. Yes. Hope you people can see the screen. Okay, so the listening module, as I said to you, the most easiest one, not very much difficult. It needs just your practice. And what will be the first pattern of it? Let me just have that for you. So the first thing that is the most important thing that's considered in whole IELTS is actually your time, the required time. This is the most important thing, as we have 30 to 40 minutes. Now this part, this 30 minutes, basically the audio will start in this time period, and the last 10 minutes we have to transfer your answers. We can transfer our answers to the answer sheet, but this is the time when you have to listen actually the audio, or you have to find out your answers. And what is the number of questions? So these are the number of questions we have, means total number of questions we have 40 over here. Not that much, okay? This is like you have 40 minutes and you have to complete all the 40 questions. And the best part of this listening module is that you don't have to do anything from yourself. Now, coming to the pattern, like these 40 questions, they have equally distributed among these 4 sections, section 1, section 2, and section 3. Now, if you can see over here, when I say that section 1 or section 2 or section 3, 4, if you see here is dialogue, then a dialogue, then I have same monologue. So what is the difference between these two ones? Now, if I talk about the difference, the first two means section 1 and section 2. This is all about society, means the conversation that is going on over here. The context of conversation is basically social based. As you know, that dialogue is a conversation between 2 people, and when it comes to monologue, it's a speech by 1 person. And the context of this whole section, especially section 1 and section 2, that is society, social based. On the other side, if I talk about section 3 and section 4, over here, what will be the context of the conversation? The dialogue, it's going to be about education, means the context is education. It may have a conversation between 2 teachers or 2 students when it comes to the dialogue, or 2 lay people as well. But the context of the conversation is going to be education. Same is the case with the monologue. One person can talk about or can present any term paper, any research paper, anything like that, okay? So this is going to be, the context of conversation is going to be educational based, okay? Let's move towards our next thing, that what kind of questions, what will be the types of questions we are going to receive over here. The very first one, we have fill in the blanks. As you all know that how to fill your blanks, choose the best answer, multiple choices, match the column, graphical representation. Now, this one may be something different for you. Now, what is this? This is all about that you're going to have some sort of a map, and that's kind of a directional map. Now, when it comes to directional map, there is a strategy that we follow. For example, you have to draw like a map. For example, this is top, this is bottom, this is right. No, this is not right. This is actually left. I'm sorry, I'm very bad at directions, but still, you should know about that one, okay? So this is right and this is left. Same is the case. This line is going to be a parallel one, adjacent, besides, behind. These are the names of your, let me just write it down here for you, behind, beside, parallel, my spelling error, okay, adjacent. So for that, if you are going to draw something like this at, this graphical portion part, it would be much more easier to understand all of these things, as they're not going to repeat, they're not going to stop the audio. Once the audio starts, you have to go with the pace. So in graphical representation, most of the time we have given maps basically, and you have to, and this part is basically connected with this one, means this is actually a fill in the blanks portion. You will be given a map of any place. For example, if I draw, I'm very bad at drawing, but still I say that this is a pathway, and right to it we have a C, and left to it I'm having a cafeteria, and at the beginning or at the entrance I'm having a bank, or next to C I'm having a hotel. So this is a kind of a thing, and what they're gonna, what they're gonna do, I just remove the whole thing, no worries at all. I'll draw it again for you. For example, this is gonna be bats, and I'm having seaside, or I'm having a cafe, or I'm having a bank, or I'm having a restaurant. So maybe they are going to say you, this is a blank, these are the blanks, okay? And here I can go for that's perfectly fine. So it can be like this is blank number 14, or this can be 15, this can be 16, and this can be 17. You should be aware of this thing. And this is basically from the graphical representation portion, okay? And as I said you that this is related to your fill in the blank section. So you have 14, you have 16, 17, and these are the 4 blanks. And these are empty, okay? These are the blanks, that's why it's empty. So they're gonna say this thing, the speaker may say to you, for example, here it is written that it is a, let's suppose it's called C Road, okay? So if they say this thing, that left to C Road is a cafe, and that is just near to the beginning. So I would be writing cafe over here. Now, how will be able to know this thing? If I draw such type of a map, let's suppose if I go for such type of strategy where I'm going to draw it, this is my top, this is my bottom, this is my left, and this is my right. So it would be very easy for me to know that, okay, this is my pathway, right of this, left of this, top of it, bottom of it. Okay, so this is how we are going to follow the graphical representation section, okay? Same as the case with choose the best answers, you will be given the options over there. Option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, and maybe like A, B, and C, and D, you have to follow, sorry, you have to select the nearest possible answer over there. In match the column, in this portion, you're going to have 1 or 2, box number A and box number B, few words given over there, few statements given over here, and we have to just match the nearest possible one. This is how, and these are the types of questions we are going to follow, or we're going to have it. See, it's very easy. Now let's move towards the next thing. And what is the next part? The next part talks about strategies and techniques. Now, what are the strategies and techniques, and what it actually talks about? The very first thing we have is reading the question part. Why is it important? Why is this very much important? Because what, like while listening, you should know that what are you looking for? Like what are the required information that you want to go with it? So for that, we have to read our question first of all, and not only reading, we have to underline our keywords, or you may circle them, you may highlight them. And why do we do that? Because over here, we are going to use visual memory. It's not that you are going to just read and just move forward, not at all. You have to understand the question and underline the keyword and highlight it so that, while listening, your all receptors are working over there. So you should know that how to, how to follow that and how to get that one, okay? Listen carefully. The most important part of your listening module. Be attentive. If you're not focused, if you're not having an attention over there, you're not concentrated, you will not be able to find out your answer, okay? So these are the techniques and strategies that we are going to follow while attempting, while doing our module, okay? Now, what is the next thing? Majorly asked questions. What kind of questions we are going to ask you? Names. Sorry, I just made that one. Okay, so names. Whose names? Multiple, as in the fill in the blanks. So you are supposed to be very much careful about the spellings. Most of the time, they do spell. So you should understand and you should write down the spellings. Dates, dates of what? Events or any functions, days, same like dates. Time, time of the event or the activity. We should know, like during listening, you should have a clear-cut idea about it. Passport number, phone number, phone number, address, or the numbers. Now, these numbers are kind of what kind of numbers? Number of people or number of activities. Basically, when it comes to these type of questions, actually, they are factual based. Means logical, no change, okay? As it is, it's going to be over there. So that's why it's considered too easy, by the way, right? So this is how you're going to go with your listening module. By the end, they're going to give you 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. There are a few things that I want you to get, just you should be very much careful of that. God forbid if you missed any answer, make sure that you are not wasting your time in a kind of a regret that, oh my God, I've missed my answer. Forget about that, please. Forget about that. You don't have to be worried about it, okay? You don't have to think about it, actually. You just have to make sure that, okay, so like if you missed your answer, move forward, okay? You don't have enough time. As I've told you that things, you have very limited time. Answers are in chronological order. So you have to find all the answers, in that order. So make sure that just move with the pace, okay? So again, with the practice, and one more thing, people are having a lot such confusion that what about accent, we're gonna have it over there. In listening module, you have mixed accent, okay? Australian, Canadian, American, by the way, it's very easy, okay? That's not that much difficult. You would be having the headphones over there. You don't have to worry about that one. So it would be very convenient for you to go with it, right? That's all from today's lesson. Hope you people have got some clear idea. Now, please do practice and do let me know that how much time have you taken. Do not rewind, do not stop. Just check yourself in the first attempt. How much and how do you get your answers? Thank you. Have a good day. We'll see you very soon with the next module. Bye-bye.